Hey everyone, I actually fell a little behind on my gardening chores this week. It was a really busy week for us and I didn't have much time to spend in the garden. And it's going to be really hot today, but I wanted to do a few things in the garden before I actually film the garden tour in the weekend. So I have a little time off now, so I'm running here in the garden to try to fix things up a little bit later in the day. I'm gonna come here and do some watering, but we also had a day with a lot of rain this week and the plants just grew so much. I didn't even come to the garden for a couple days, and this morning when I went to the plot to try to water, I was surprised, like, whoa, that's crazy how much they have grown in just a couple days. So can't wait to share with you guys. I actually didn't have a chance to film the part 2 of the plot garden tour. It rained on Sunday and in the morning, and in the afternoon we actually had it scheduled to go to the lavender farm to take a look at the English lavender bloom, and something very exciting happened while we were there. So after that things got really busy. I'm going to wait for Danny to come home before we talk a little bit more about it and share with you guys the exciting news. But before he comes, I wanted to kind of tidy up here in the garden a little bit. I know it's not really ideal to work in the garden when it's this hot and sunny, but I have some seed sowing to do, and that is something that definitely can be done. I also have to just cut off some things that are dead. I'm not gonna really prune any of the healthy plants because I don't want them to suffer with the heat, but a few things that are already in the end of its life, I'm going to be taking them out, and I gotta deal with the rest of the seedlings that I have back there. So I want to do a very nice garden tour this weekend because the garden is looking so beautiful. So this is the time that I have to do it, to kind of work on everything beforehand. And also I noticed when I was editing the last video that you guys saw, the one that I my commute to work, that was actually filmed the week before, just didn't have a chance to edit and post it. I noticed that I complained a lot about the noise, and I wanted to say here too that thank you so much to everyone that say that it's okay, that you guys don't mind the noise very much. You know, that's, you live in the city is understandable. I really appreciate that. I'm trying my best not to give so much attention to the noise, but it's something that really kind of get to me. I grew up in cities, but quieter cities, so really the overstimulation of New York City sometimes can make me a little bit uneasy. So I want to apologize for maybe had a bit of a negative feel from me complaining of the noise and construction so much. That was not the intent. I wanted to actually show how beautiful it is, my new ride to work, and I'm so excited that I can be outside in the sun and then look at the water. The water is very calming to me. I grew up in a beach town. I lived in Hawaii for many years, so I have that association with water and healing and just, you know, that sense of ease and calmness. So being in the water, on the water, in a little boat just to commute to work is already really helped me cope with this crazy New York City life. And I just wanted to take a minute to talk to you guys about that before I post the full new garden tour video. But thank you so much for your support. I appreciate that lots of you are in cities too and you can relate to that. But also, for everyone that watched my previous cooking videos, after seeing that I've been working as a private chef, thank you so much. I'm so encouraged by so many of you saying that you liked what you saw and you love me to do more cooking content. This has actually always been the intent with the channel here. When I created it's called Mars Garden Kitchen, because I wanted to show a lot of cooking too. It is a bit harder with my kitchen situation. I have a very small kitchen in this new apartment that we moved into in the beginning of the year, so it's a bit challenging with light and everything to show, but I guess it's okay. I just have to get over it and share with you guys, because cooking is kind of part of gardening as well. You know, you gotta grow all this food, you need to know what to do with it. So since I have a little bit of cooking experience, I'll be very happy to share some of it with you guys, and I am planning to try to do a bit more of cooking content. I have some awesome clients that told me that I could use their kitchen too, so I'm very happy about that. It's a bit harder for me to film and do the meal prep while I'm working, but we'll see what I can do. I will try to do some more cooking content. I'm super happy that you guys are interested in it, so I really hope that I can hold myself accountable. The plan was too that because we have this nice outdoor space now, I could do some more outdoor cooking, which we haven't had a chance yet because life just got so busy. But we can't miss the opportunity this summer. The garden is starting to get really nice and full, and we're gonna start getting lots of big harvests very soon. I have already harvested so many peas from this little pea vine here, guys, you have no idea. And the ones from the front yard too that I planted with the sunflowers, they are looking beautiful, by the way. I'll show more on the next garden tour that's coming up. There's lots of peas in there too. I harvested, I had a full basket of sugar snap peas. We ate a lot of it, I still have a lot of it, so if I have a chance I could try to just show you guys what I'm gonna use with it. We ate it a lot raw, just as a snack, but I cooked with it a lot too. I did stir fries and salads and etc. I still have some left, believe it or not, so maybe I'll try to create some content over the weekend. I can't promise, but I'll try. We have some friends coming and visiting to celebrate something that we're gonna announce, as I said. So maybe we'll be able to share a bit of the harvest with them too, and I will try to film. Let's see if it will work out. But for now, let me try to focus on it and trying to do what I have to do here in the garden, tidying up a little bit, trying to get rid of the things that are struggling and not doing well. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna give it good watering, so tomorrow when I film the garden tour, everything's gonna be looking nice, lush, and beautiful. I actually really have to hold myself from pointing the camera and show you guys everything because I just get so excited when I come here to the garden. But more of that to come. I'm really loving growing flowers this year. I'm gonna try here to see if I can allocate some more space to them. I know that I'm going to be harvesting some beets soon, and even the cilantro flowers, the little flowers that from things that bolt, I've been really enjoying them. So I'm thinking to maybe plant a few things with an intention to bolt, like even basil or some cilantro here now in the heat. I'm gonna think about it, but definitely want to plant some more purple basil. I only have one plant here, it's doing beautiful, but it's not enough for us. I want a lot more of that to cook with. This beautiful variety over here, and it's definitely not too late. You can keep like successful planting basil through the season. It grows really fast and it sometimes goes to seed, especially when the garden is really blooming and you start feeling overwhelmed. It's easy to forget to go and pinch your basil, so I want to plant some young ones, so I'm make sure that I'll have some more in case those go to seed and change the flavor. I want to plant more sunflowers because I am so happy with the way the sunflowers are looking this year. And I have to tell you, this has just been such a good year for the garden already, you know, even though I am encountering some pests, which I'm going to talk more about in garden tour too, so the battle has started. I know that things are going to get a little harder with them, but still, I still think the garden is looking strong and healthy, and I'm hoping for a really abundant season this year. So far so good, and we're gonna keep our fingers crossed that everything keeps going well. I also realized that I kind of only have one color scheme of flowers in here. They're all kind of orange, salmon-ish, coral. I have some seeds for different color flowers, and I think I'm gonna sow some of them together because I do want to bring some more color to the garden. I love the way it looks right now, and we want to start inviting our friends over to enjoy this little outdoor space that we have. I want to also have some cut flowers to put on the table and decorate the space a little bit when they come, so that's why I wanted to sow some more. Enough talking and more doing. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at my seeds, clean a few things up here so I can get some seedling trays. I've got some soil already, and I'm gonna get to work. So I have got all of my seeds out here. I know I don't have one of those fancy photography cases for them. They're still in this little wood box, but I want to take a look at them and decide what more flowers I am going to grow. One little update that I think I've been forgetting to mention, my cumin didn't make it. I planted them, was looking good in the beginning of the season, but then it just died. I think I planted too early because it really likes the warm weather, and I'm gonna try to give it a try again. I know it might be a little late, but I'm just gonna do it because I really want to see at least how the plant looks, its growing habit and all of that, even if it doesn't get to produce seeds this year. But it's really hot right now, so it should do well starting. And there are a lot more things here that I have to go through. I want to plant some more milkweed, some yarrow. Again, it might be a little late, but I'm gonna give it a try anyway because I want to add a bit more color to the garden, even though kind of keeping up with the orange theme here. But more of this lemon basil. I planted a little bit and it smells so good. I want to have a lot more of it too. Let's see. Lettuce is too hot for this, guys, but we'll give it a try again for the fall. Let's see. There's a few other things too. Every time I look at this, I want to plant more things, but I think I might plant some more of these long beans now that's warm. because I don't think I haven't planted enough beans for the season, and I really like to eat fresh beans, so we're gonna get some of that going. Oh, definitely more straw flowers. I'm in love with the straw flowers this year. I think I have already separated some other thing here in this. Sunflowers, basil. I'm so excited for this one. It hasn't bloomed in the garden yet, but I want to plant more because I'm anticipating that's going to look really good. I have to still find my zinnia seeds, but I'll start with this for now. It's already a lot of seeds that I have here. So let me go outside and try to clean up a bit of my seedling trays that are there, get some soil ready, and I'm gonna come back inside to sow this because even though I love the heat, it is a bit uncomfortable to work out there right now. And I'm actually just gonna go ahead and direct sow this because beans don't do really well with transplanting. So they're gonna go straight in the pot. Maybe one green here and a red here just to look a little different. Actually, it's a bit shady now in the backyard, and without the sun it cooled down quite a bit, so I am actually going to be doing the seed sowing out here instead of inside. And I have prepared already my seed tray, so I think I picked up way too many seeds. I already sowed the beans up there, and I think I'm gonna sow some more of that in the pot as well, but I really need to kind of narrow this down a bit to the spots that I already have, because I can get overboard really easily. So I'm definitely doing some of that dark purple basil that I showed a little earlier. Since basil is a little easy to separate, I might just do one side here with the dark basil and this side here with the lemon basil. And for the sunflowers, I want to definitely do the sunflower. I tried to direct sow some sunflower in the plot, and as soon as they sprout, they got kind of snipped by the birds. I will show to you guys in the garden tour too. There's some that are still doing okay, but most of them are not. So let me go ahead and do the sunflowers, which were the ones that I originally wanted to plant, because I do want to have some sunflower in the plot by the height of the summer. So hopefully by end of August I have some sunflowers there to make it look very nice and beautiful. So let's do that first. Let me just get going here real quick and we'll catch up after. Okay, so this is done, and you actually stay out here to germinate. I'm not going to protect it or anything, I just hope that does well. Then he just texted me saying that he is going to get home really late tonight, so we'll film the little announcement video a little later, hopefully by this weekend. But I can't wait to share the news with you guys. We're really happy, and thank you so much for watching today. Just this little catch-up video. I still need to do a little harvesting. I still have the red lettuce that I said I was gonna harvest last week on the garden tour, and I haven't, so I might do that real quick. I need to water the garden now because it was a really hot day, and go ahead and go water the plot too. So tomorrow when I film the garden tour, everything's going to be looking really nice. I hope you're having a great evening, and I'll see you next time.